We're going to be building a kitchenette. Give us a little bit more functionality when we're in the Bunkie. So far, so good.
I'm just saying it's the worst stuff I've ever had to use.
It doesn't look much right now. Oh, and you didn't see any of that. On this episode, we're going to be building a kitchenette unit for the Bunkie. Now, I'd prefer to do it up there so I can measure it and make sure it fits and build it in place. Unfortunately, we've got a long weekend coming up when I want to go and install it. And I would rather not spend the whole long weekend just working away trying to install a kitchen. So I'm going to pre-build it here at home where I have more tools, more resources, and a little bit more space where I can get it built properly. I've actually diagrammed it this time because I had to discuss it with Mouse. So we're going to be building something. It's got a little, there we go, little spot for a sink, somewhere where we can put some crates and some drawers and give us a little bit more functionality when we're in the Bunkie. You know, I think the longest part of these little projects is setting up all the jigging and everything to make everything else go smoother. Okay, so we have a little bit of the structure in place for the first part, which is going to house the sink. It's been built so that we can accommodate 2 water canisters and a drinking water barrel. One minor thing while we're putting it together, I decided to add these thinner plates, supports at the front and back, using my new handy pocket hole jig, which I'm pretty pleased with those. Slight challenge was that the pocket hole jig that I have is for material that is 1¼ inch thick and bigger. This is 1 inch thick, so the screw actually emerges too close to the surface of the other piece, causing it to split. So that bit is currently being glued to restore that. All the screws are either hidden on the sides that are going to be covered, or on the back, or behind the pieces. So that's pretty exciting. I'm pretty pleased with that. The next step really is, once this glue is dried, is I want to kind of put the back top piece. It'll make sense. Support. I want it to stretch from this little cabinet to the other cabinet to give the whole thing some sort of rigidity to tie it all together. So far, so good. It doesn't look much right now, but I think it's going to be pretty good. One thing I am super excited about. I just quickly measured the diagonals of where this door or this cupboard door is going to go, and it is within 3 millimeters. Now, if you've watched our other episodes and you know me, I am pretty pleased with that. Almost exactly square, considering we're using kind of B-grade framing lumber to put this together. I'm really not in the mood to build drawers for this kitchen unit. So I decided what would be a good idea is maybe we're just going to buy some pre-made crates. We'll stain them up, it's going to look beautiful. So we're going to have 3 on each side, and we'll make them as little slide out cubby drawers. Let's get these measured up so we know how big we have to build. I think what I'd like to do is put a little slot for the stove to slide into, kind of like we've done with the baskets or with the crates. So I'm just going to put a couple of little ledges for it to sit on. So far we've got it here. It looks a little bit higgledy-piggledy. I haven't used that word for ages. I'm just doing like a rough assembly so that I can get a measurement for that back piece. And get that cut, and then get it drilled so I know where to put it when we put it together. Then we can take it apart and you can paint it.
You're going to put like numbers on it so you know which piece goes where, like IKEA style, or like how the Bunkie build does it. You know how they have like J's.
Well, these, well, no, because these are all the same size.
Oh, okay.
So, and they're all going to be painted the same.
Okay.
So once it's painted, you won't see the numbers anyway.
So this is another set of drawers here, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm in the middle of assembling it. You jump in the gun, Mouse.
There's no guns here.
Goes here.
Okay.
And this one goes here. So the driveway isn't that level. But yes, I needed to assemble it so I could figure out how, because this won't go all the way, this piece. So I needed to figure it out. Let's try that again. We're going to do a dry fit assembly of all the pieces, or the sub-components, and see what we got. Where can I put you guys? You know, I'm going to put you up here. I know it doesn't look like much yet, but it's going to get better. .7, it's a millimeter out. So for Home Depot wood, that is pretty good. So for this end corner, I could do pocket screws, or I could do an end screw. What do you think, Dad? If I do an end screw, it might be a little bit, it's going to be a little bit more secure because it's going to hold it all the way in, anchor the two together. But means I'm going to try to assemble this before I put it in the corner anyway. Let's do an end screw. Good idea, Dad. That one's a little bit out. And when I say a little bit out, I actually do mean a little bit out. 50 centimeters by 50.2. So it's 2 mil out. That will do. So this new acceptance version of Max that accepts 2mm. So as you can see, this is starting to take shape. Oh, we should put the baskets in, see how it looks with the crates. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. It looks very rustic. And then we're going to put a curtain over that piece there. At that point, be ready for Mouse to start painting it. What I'm going to do on this end here is I'm going to put some paneling. We're going to have to end cap that one there and this corner as well, because the front is going to be boarded with a little cupboard door. Actually, we should put the top on, see what it looks like with the countertop, right? Right? Ooh. See if this works. Oh, and you didn't see any of that. There it is. It is now starting to look a little bit more like what I had in my head, thankfully. So I think once we get a coat of paint and get these side panels on, it's going to look even better.
And the sides, because you'll see the sides too.
We will see one, yeah, actually, yeah, we will.
2 sides.
Yeah, with 2 ends and 1 edge and 1 front edge.
I'm just saying it's the worst stuff I've ever had to use. As somebody who's painted lots of things and varnished things, I've never done polyurethane before. And it's the worst thing I've ever used. I know, I've tried. It's really... So do you want me to keep going?
If you're as ready as I am to see this thing get installed, check out part 2 to see us install it into the Bunkie. That is very frustrating. This was square when we made it.
Oh, I can see the bad news straight away.
Bring it up and then just assemble.
It's like you've never met us.
Mouse wants you to know that she's not trying to be all like rock star.
You're prime entertainment right now.
Why is none of this matching up?